Are these common mistakes holding you back as a musician? The third mistake is so common that once you become aware of it, it'll be impossible to ignore. The first mistake is not internalizing your vocabulary. Young musicians tend to be impatient and they try to play the stuff they're practicing too soon, and it ends up sounding rigid and like you're practicing on stage. You want to be free. You don't want to have to think about playing. You want it to flow naturally. And this is why it's so important to have your vocabulary rooted deep in your ears, your mind, and your technique. The second mistake I see all the time is not listening to your fellow musicians. Many players get stuck in their own head, focusing all their energy on themselves. Jazz is not a monologue, it's a conversation. You want to open up your ears and listen to what's happening around you. Your solo is not happening in a vacuum. And all great musicians do this. If it's not happening on stage, they play something that's impossible to ignore, making the other musicians open up their ears and join the conversation. And the third mistake is so common that once you become aware of it, it'll be impossible to ignore. And it's called Mickey Mousing. And that's when the rhythm section is just mimicking the soloist. It's call and response, not call and imitate. When the soloist is saying something, you don't want to repeat it back to them. You want to play something that complements it, something that answers their question, and something that moves the music forward. So open up your ears and don't let your ego or your mind get in the way of the music. Are you or someone you know guilty of this? Or do you think I missed something? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to hear my new album that's coming out November 15th, send me a message and I'll send you a link when it drops.